What's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. Man, why don't y'all just leave Iris alone? Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm gonna be ranting about last night's episode of The Flash. It's not so much really gonna be a review, but it's really gonna be a rant, okay? Now I gotta start this rant by saying, like most of my rants, if you're thinking I'm going to be bashing these characters and I'm going to be talking bad about the episode, then you've clicked on the wrong rant video. However, I will be talking a bit about the stuff that went against this episode, and something that's kind of close to me, something that's kind of personal to me. This is something I actually, I support this a lot, and it's something that I value a lot, and every time this comes up in media and things like that, I always, support it. And whenever I see people talk about it, it's just, it kind of irks me a little bit. So it's something I want to address with this episode. Now, before I do that, guys, please make sure to follow me on my Twitter. Down below, you see the link. You see the name of my Twitter there, Matthew V. Haynes. It'll take you straight to my Twitter. I post a lot of updates and a lot of cool things on there, so make sure you follow me on my Twitter. Also, if you want to join the conversation and join the Discord fam, make sure to check out my Discord link in the description box below to head over to the server and have a conversation with me and many other cool people. Alright, so let's talk about last night's episode of The Flash. The Flash Season 4, Episode 5, Girls' Night Out. Okay, so, I guess I'll do a basic recap. I mean, the episode, it took place, you see, basically it focused on, the girl, obviously, properly titled. It focused on the females of the Arrowverse, from Team Arrow and Team Flash, and, focused on them having a little bachelorette party. We had a little glimpse of Barry's bachelor party and what's going on with them, and little cool, fun moments with them. But I'm not here to talk about Barry, man. I'm talking about the girls today. And, they had their thing, and, Killer Frost, and the storyline, and blah, 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 you get the drift. Now, if you saw my reaction last night, I said that I thought the episode was pretty decent. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. It wasn't as good as last week's episode. Was it as good as last week's episode? By far, no, it wasn't as good as last week's episode, but it was still an enjoyable episode for me. Obviously, it was a filler episode, and it was a good one, and it showed a different perspective of the different members on that team. I mean, from a perspective that we don't really get to follow too much of the females on this specifically with the show, even though it is titled The Flash, and it's about the Flash. They've done this thing where they introduce the characters surrounding the Flash and introducing to their lives, and I don't see the harm in giving one episode dedicated to the females. Which brings me to this. There's been a lot of just hate. I've been reading the comments on the last video and all over Twitter and Instagram, and everyone is just bashing the episode. Oh, the feminism thing sucked. What are they doing? No, this is pretty much how this is how I imagine how a lot of these people talk, how a lot of these trolls and these haters when they talk. Oh, the feminist movement, blah, 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 blah. We hate this feminist thing. It sucks so much. Like, what the hell are they doing, bro? The Killer Frost thing. The Killer Frost thing. Didn't they just tackle this in the last season? Why are they bringing it back now? Whiny. Shut up. Okay, good. The thing is, man, look at the show this way, okay? I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I'm keeping it real with you guys here. I'm just speaking, and of course, yes, this is my opinion. But I'm keeping it real. The show, like I said, focuses on the Flash. Mainly, 90% of the time, it's about Barry. It's about all the other, Barry, Cisco, whatever, and what's going on there. I don't see the harm in having one episode dedicated to the females. What's so bad about that? I mean, come on now. Now, I'm all for, women empowerment, and I said this in my reaction video. I support strong women. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when women are objectified, and I do apologize to all you ladies out there on behalf of my gender for how a lot of, most males view women. I do apologize on behalf of my gender for that, because it's stupid and it sucks and it's not cool. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Without you women, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here without my mother. You know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy how and this is more of a different subject that I don't want to get too deep into it concerning that, but it's just like, people objectify women so much, they objectify them, they use them as items, as dolls and things like that, and no one ever, sees that, and I hate this, like, seeing this in film and media, and even what's going on right now in the film industry right now. I was so happy when Patty Jenkins, was able to get her money that she wanted for Wonder Woman 2 because she deserves to be paid as just as much as any other male director there. You should be judged based upon your work and what you can bring to the table, not because you're a woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and to see a lot of the hate for that episode come from men who just hated the idea of an episode focusing on the women and the strength of them. They could have went more with it, but focusing on them handling stuff on their own, it's just ludicrous. It just sucks. Why? Well, I mean, come on, man. What's wrong with just having a 45 minutes dedicated to that, then go back to the regular swing of things? I don't see the harm in that. And people are, oh, I hate the Flash now. The show sucks now. The show this now, and it's no, the show is so bad now. Blah 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 blah. I can understand if you hate the show for writing errors. Yes, I can see that. I can understand if you hate the show, if they're going a completely different route that just doesn't make any sense to the story or the characters or whatever. I can understand that too, because I'm a big person too. Like I even said this in my first rant that I did for this thing, is that if they don't focus on the story properly and writing these things in the writing for the show, it's gonna suck. But having one episode, come on, we just came from a really good episode. A really good episode last week. It was amazing. Ralph Dibny and Elongated Man and Breacher. That episode was fantastic, man. And the one before it was okay. And for them, you know, people saying that this episode was just a whole step down because of the whole feminist thing. I'm like, what are you even talking about, bro? Come on, bro. It was one episode dedicated to that, just to showcase strong female leads. I mean, what's the problem with that? You guys know why? And look, and this is why it's such an important thing to me. I talked about this in my video last night. My mother, my mom, Mommy Master, is the most strongest woman I know in my life. You know, the amount of stuff she's been through as a mom, as a daughter, as a sister, all this kind of stuff. I've grown up seeing powerful women in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate enough to say that I've had both my parents in my life, a strong male in my life to look up to, where I learned how to be a man, and a strong woman in my life, my mom. Okay, I'm the type of guy that, you know, I'm your typical gentleman. Like, I open the door for you, like I buy roses for you, that kind of stuff. I'm that kind of guy because I value a woman in that way, in a way that where she must be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people just disrespect women like that. I don't like that at all, for no reason. Look, man, I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. I just don't. I don't like that at all, because it's like, you know, I have a mom, my mother. You know, she raised me, and I look at her as she's one of the, you know, biggest inspirations in my life. I look up to her. So I would hate to see people, you know, disrespect their moms and disrespect women in their life and their girlfriends and their sisters and stuff. It's just annoying. I don't like when guys do that, and that's why, ladies, I said I do apologize on behalf of my gender, man. We sometimes can be very unrealistic and inconsiderate when it comes to these things. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going into another thing. But as far as the episode is concerned, man, I don't see anything wrong with that, man. They're showing a different light from a different perspective and things like that. Now, that goes to the second complaint for the episode, Killer Frost. Now, I can see why people are upset with the Killer Frost thing. It can make sense to an extent, and I do see it from both sides. From the ending of season 3, and the reason we don't talk about season 3, man, it's like you can't use season 3 of The Flash as a reference, because even the cast and the panel at San Diego Comic-Con said don't even talk about season 3. There's just so many plot holes and just so many things that they don't even know how to answer. And season 4 of The Flash is kind of like, I've heard so many YouTubers say this, it's kind of like they're hitting a reset button on everything. Like, they're kind of hitting a reset button on the show and the characters and things like that, and that includes Killer Frost. It appeared as if they ended it on a good note, where she kind of had that stuff figured out at the end of season 3, but in this episode we found out that she didn't really have it under control and whatever like that. People are upset about that, and I see why, and I understand why, but I would say that there's nothing to be upset about. From my perspective, in my opinion, I don't see there's anything to be upset about. I just see them as a way to, you know, fix those plot holes and to clear up an issue here. It appears now as if, as we saw towards the end of that episode, Killer Frost was able to transform back to Caitlyn, and she was able to transform back into Killer Frost. And I think they're trying, you know, they referenced the Incredible Hulk for a reason. That was a huge name drop, and they referenced that for a reason, because Killer Frost or Caitlyn is kind of going to be like that from now on. That's what I'm getting from this episode. If they don't do it like that going forward, then I'll have an issue. But if going forward, she can switch between being Killer Frost and being Caitlyn, and being Killer Frost and being Caitlyn again, you know, if that's what's going to be going on from now on, I'd be okay with that. I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that. Daniel Panabaker did say that if you do like Killer Frost, you'll enjoy the season. If you like Caitlyn, you'll enjoy the season even more. There's something for both of them there. Even in that episode, we got to introduce an introduction to Blacksmith. I think that's one of the better small villains that we've had so far for this season. It was definitely, the stakes was raised a little bit higher compared to what it was kind of before. I mean, Kilgore was pretty good. They could have done some damage with Kilgore. And Hazard was just, that was just meant to be. That was probably, like, I hated that episode more than a lot of people, mainly because of plot things that didn't make any sense to me. But they had Hazard, and she posed a threat for the city. And I mean, we've had that. So I actually did enjoy Blacksmith and seeing her here and seeing what she can do, and I didn't have so much of an issue with that. But I'm trying to think. But I mean, just addressing those two main issues, man. Killer Frost and the whole feminism thing. I mean, come on, man. It's one episode. We got how many more episodes of these? Like 20-something more episodes of these. We gotta wait and see what it really goes. And even towards the end of the episode, we saw Thinker come out and things that happen like that. And, you know, we're starting to see that maybe we're gonna have more stakes. The stakes might raise a little bit more going on forward. So you never know what's gonna happen, man. Next week's episode looks kind of great. We'll see what happens next week, but I don't see the harm in just giving an episode. I mean, come on, man. Don't say you're gonna hate the whole show now just because they give one episode, you know, to the females. You know what I'm saying? If you hated the episode for other reasons, writing reasons, like if you say maybe it wasn't a properly structured story, I get that. If you say that maybe this episode wasn't really balanced out properly, I get that too. If those are your reasons, if you're giving actual critical reasons, and you're actually looking at it from a writing standpoint, a directing standpoint, effect standpoint, if you're looking at it from technical aspects and you say I don't like the episode for technical aspects, makes sense. And then again, you are entitled to your own opinion, so that's completely fine as well. I can't force you to think or believe in any other way that you don't, so that's fine, you know, whatever. But I'm just sharing my opinion, man. I don't see any harm in the episode, man. Let them get their time to shine, man. They had their time to shine. I enjoyed the episode. The Barry Bart getting drunk thing was kind of fun. That was pretty cool, you know, seeing Joel and Cecile. It was fun. I had fun. I had a great time watching the episode, man. So anyways, man, that's it for this rant. I'm gonna leave it there. I didn't want to have too much breaks within this video, so it's pretty much just straightforward, man. So let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section down below. Like I said, if you don't agree with me, that's okay. That's fine. I ain't gonna hate you. It's what it is, bruv. I'm just keeping it 100, and I'm telling you what I'm thinking from my heart, man. I ain't gonna change my opinion for nobody. You shouldn't change your opinion. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But just let me know in the comment section what you thought. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, and at least give me some points. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't like it for a specific reason, at least give me some examples. You know, I'm interested to hear other perspectives on things, man. Because it's not always what I think is the best way. It's just my opinion. But anyway, man, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. We got a Legends of Tomorrow reaction getting ready to upload after this, so look out for that. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Clockmaster out. Yo, thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe by pressing that button right over there. And if you want to help support the channel financially, go ahead and visit my Patreon page by clicking that button over there. And don't forget to check out these brand new videos down below.